Have you ever wondered if there were things in this world that are beyond mortals? Forces that controlled our life without us knowing? Take a backseat science because we're heading to Mount Olympus to meet the Olympian gods. Welcome back to another episode of Myth Hour, where we explore mythology of all kinds. This week we're diving into Greek mythology. When I say the Olympians, I mean the 12 Olympian gods of Mount Olympus. Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, Demeter, Athena, Aphrodite, Ares, Hephaestus, Artemis, Apollo, Dionysus, Hermes, and Hera. Hades usually isn't counted. Zeus is the god of the sky, lightning, and thunder, and also king of the universe in Greek mythology. He's considered the strongest, but other Olympians each have their own strengths and weaknesses as well. So the Greek gods are pretty powerful, but there are also heroes like Hercules.
I'm the most famous person in all of Greece. I'm an action figure.
In fact, Hercules once bested the river god Achelous, a half-man, half-bull. But other times when a mortal challenged a god, it didn't go so well. Meet Athena, goddess of wisdom, warfare, craftsmanship, spinning, weaving, etc. Because Athena is the goddess of wisdom, she usually deals with situations peacefully, especially after she calms down. Unfortunately, this didn't happen when she met this mortal. Meet Arachne, a girl from the kingdom of Livia. Arachne started out life rough, with both her parents dying when she was young, leaving her with nothing. Yet Arachne quickly rose to fame thanks to her weaving skills. Crowds would gather to watch her weave beautiful tapestries, creating worlds on her loom. This all went south one day when someone in the crowd said that she wove so well she must have been taught by Athena herself. Now this was a huge compliment, but Arachne didn't see it that way. Instead, she challenged Athena, and the goddess herself accepted. They each wove one tapestry, and Athena would decide who the winner was, after swearing on the river Styx to give quote-unquote fair judgment. Athena's tapestry was a beautiful collection of all the great things that the gods had done. It portrayed them in all their grandeur, with their temples in Athens and the gods themselves seated on Mount Olympus. Arachne's was the complete opposite, showing the gods as a disgrace, from when Zeus got his tendons ripped out, to Medusa, an innocent girl courted by Poseidon and turned into a beast that petrifies you by Athena. Yet Athena declared the tapestries a tie. Unfortunately, that wasn't the end of the story. Afterward, Athena pummeled Arachne for assaulting the gods, and Arachne tried to hang herself. Athena pitied Arachne and turned her into the first and immortal spider so that she could weave forever and also hate Athena forever. Our next hero is a mortal hero called Psyche. She was a princess of a Greek city along with her two older sisters. Sadly, she was gorgeous, like as a goddess. People in her city actually called her the quote-unquote new Aphrodite, who was the goddess of love. Now, Aphrodite noticed all of this and was not happy about it. She sent her son Eros, aka Cupid, to punish Psyche and make her fall in love with someone utterly gross and hideous. But that didn't work out. Eros fell in love with Psyche and whisked her away to his palace to marry her, but didn't reveal his identity or what he looked like. Due to some seriously bad judgment and quote advice from her sisters, Psyche decided to spy on Eros in his sleep when he was visible. But she accidentally spilled hot wax on his shoulder, and Eros woke up and flew back to Aphrodite. Psyche eventually made her way back to their palace, where Aphrodite gave her a series of impossible tasks to win back her husband, only to be aided by other gods in secret, as ants, and complete them all, except for the last one. Psyche journeyed to the underworld to find Aphrodite's so-called beauty cream. I'm actually not kidding. From Persephone, who wasn't happy. Instead of the beauty cream, she filled it with Stygian sleep, deadly to mortals. Eros sensed something was wrong and flew down only to realize Psyche was dying, real fast. So he flew to Mount Olympus, and the Olympians made her a goddess. Hooray! So Psyche got her happy ending. But another hero, who was turned into a god, didn't meet the same fate. That's right, Hercules. If you want to hear more about him, check out our bonus episode on Myth Hour. The moral of the story is subscribe to Myth Hour for more great myths. That's all for this week's episode of Myth Hour. Next week, we'll be exploring Norse mythology, the gods of Asgard, and a giant squirrel. Stay tuned.